Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new weekly review. A few setups I want to discuss with you all. I took two trades last week, and one time I placed my limit, but I wasn't tapped in due to the spreads. So, first one was Euro Swiss. On the beginning of the week, you could have taken a long setup over here, break out of this channel and until the daily first structure. So congratulations if you took your profit over here. But I took a short. And I spoke with a lot of my clients last week that we want to focus more on the price action. And what does the price tell us? Now on the weekly, we were in between these two zones. From this IC, we had this touch and the retest. We touched this structure as well. But for me, the real structure is this shoulder one. So I was still interested in long setups, but when I saw this retest and when I went to the daily, we received this bearish W, impulsive forward leg. Then we had a fake out of this high. Then the candle after had this rejection and we closed below the 100 VIP. And if I go to the 4 hour, what could I see? That the price was decelerating over here. We had this channel, breakout of this channel in an impulsive way. We had two shoulder regions. So I place my entry in the middle, short position, stop loss, the head, yes, 165 pips, too big for me, so I just placed it above this wick, and then we could trade until at least this zone. In the trade during the spread hours, and price left without me. Came back one more time, but we had this previous low, and eventually price went down until at least 3%. So no trade for me, but you can see the price action, price decelerating, making a channel, impulsive breakout of the channel, and from there on, you can see change of momentum. Then the other one, NZD Swiss. If I go to the monthly, we can see that we have touched this monthly selling zone. Then on the weekly, we do have this bigger shoulder one, head, shoulder two, and we have some space until at least this weekly IC. And what do we know about an IC? It works as a magnet. So I could place my weekly zone over here. Price tried a few times already. We came back. Then price came back again. This is my daily first structure. We touched the zone. And then on the 4 hour, what did I see again? That price tried to go down every time. We were making a channel. Oh, we had one more push, new action from this one. We touched the daily first structure, but I've tested it many times now. When we have a channel and the daily first structure is against us, it doesn't matter for me. Could take the channel like this. We have the shoulder one, head, possible shoulder two, and the bearish W. Place my zone on the Paris W. From there on, took the longest wick. This one to 30, to 20, excuse me. 5 pips, enough for me. And I could trade until at least this weekly first structure for 2.7%. Then price came back, made a push, just not on break even here. This time lucky. And eventually we made a push to the downside for a nice 2.7% win. And yes, okay, price went even lower, but this was in my plan. I did exactly what I had to do. And like I said, we saw the price decelerating, making a channel. After this new action from the previous push, we received the shift of momentum, and from there on, price went all the way down. Then last one, place this limit on Friday, 3 o'clock. I do not trade anymore after Friday, 3 o'clock. So it was the last moment of the week. On the monthly, we are in this bigger bearish W. And at this point, we were in bearish territory. Then on the weekly, we had this phase 3. And every time we were here, you can see these wicks, impulse over here, impulse over here. In the past, some more impulses to the downside. On the daily, we received this FIB completion. It wasn't respected. Very beautiful in the end. But on Friday, we still respected this one. Then on the 4-hour, you could see this channel, impulsive breakout, engulfing candle. And if I go to the 2-hour, you can see it even more clearly. Like this, shoulder 1, head, shoulder 2. Place my limit on this one. The 4-hour over there. Took the head, rounded off to the downside. 5 pips. And I could trade until at least the daily first structure. But eventually, price tapped me out on a -1 on the end of the week. So, one win, one loss, and one trade that had the right bias. And like I said, and like I showed you, a lot more about the price action, about the channels, breakout, and from there on, we trade with the impulse on the markets. So it's a nice one to reflect on this review and take it with you, test it yourself, and we will see each other tomorrow on a new Sunday market breakdown. Enjoy your weekend.